Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. I'm your host, Dave Mead, Fall River Media. Today after work, I ran into the candidate that's running for mayor. That's Michael J. Vandell. He is running for mayor of the city of Fall River, and I stalked him, and I was asking him, okay, for questions. I was asking him, as a taxpayer of the city of Fall River, okay, what are you going to do for Fall River if you're elected mayor? So he was telling me that, I don't have the answer to that yet. Okay, I cannot tell you anything. So if you're running for public office, you should have all these paperwork. You should have all the paperwork ready, right? So, and I asked him. I said, and he got mad at me. Okay, he got mad at me because I told him that I am an independent reporter of Fall River Media News. So he got mad at me. So he couldn't provide me. He's getting signatures. Okay, so he cannot provide me, what he wants. He cannot say what he wants to do for Fall River. Okay, so here's a candidate. Okay, that's out there getting signatures. Okay, but when somebody like me goes up to him and asks him, okay, what do you want to do for Fall River? Okay, what are you going to do for Fall River? The taxpayers want to know. Okay, and he did not want to provide. He didn't even want to tell me his platform. He did not want to provide me any information whatsoever. Okay, so and two, he had the nerve. Okay, you know, because I had a body cam on. Okay, so he had a nerve to say, he said some things to me. You know what I'm saying? Which is I wasn't appreciated of. So I mean, out of all candidates, okay, out of all candidates, okay, that I interviewed, okay, this was the worst candidate of them all. Okay, don't don't even have a platform. Okay, not even ready yet. Okay, so why is this guy? Why is this Michael J. Vandell running for mayor if he doesn't have a platform yet? So he doesn't have anything ready yet. This is unbelievable. So I mean, now you got a candidate that's not prepared. Okay, but he's out there getting signatures. Okay, so why ain't you prepared? Okay, so maybe there is something here. Well, I didn't know anything about this guy before, so this guy, had ran for mayor before. I didn't know this, so I told him. I asked him about the police chief. I asked him about what he was going to do if he was mayor. Well, about the police chief, he doesn't even know. This guy don't even know. He don't even know what he's going to do. Okay? I mean, look at this guy don't even know what he's going to do. That's the guy on the top with the guy with the white hair. I mean, come on. This guy don't even know what he's going to do. Michael J. Vandell. Okay? I mean, he's the guy that was getting nomination papers today. Okay? He was the guy that was getting signatures today. He's all over Stop and Shop getting signatures. I mean, if if the taxpayers want to know, okay, who are if you're running for mayor of the city of Fall River, okay, the taxpayers want to know before they go to the polls because they want to know who they're voting for. They want to know where you stand on politics, where you stand on the issues that a Fall River is facing. And you can't tell a taxpayer, okay, that you cannot tell me or any taxpayer where you stand on the issues, then you don't belong running for mayor. if you can't do that. Okay? I interviewed a lot of politicians all my life. Okay? And then I run into this joker, okay, at the store. Don't know where he stands. Oh, I don't know. I'm interested in getting signatures. So you can't tell me but you want my signature, but you can't tell me what you stand on. What is your platform? What is your agenda? What do you stand on? Okay, what do you stand? Do you support the chief of police? Do you support her, Kelly Furtado? Do you support her, being police chief for uh, permanently? That's what I want to know. Okay, and I also want to know: are you going to put the taxpayers first? Okay, are you going to put us first, or are you going to put yourself first? You know what I'm saying? That's all I asked him. Okay, and he couldn't provide not one answer to me at all. I'm a taxpayer. Okay, I have the right to know about the candidates. I want to know what the candidates, where they stand. Are they going to be good representation, or they're going to be bad representation? Okay, so I want to know where they stand. This guy Michael J. Vandal, okay, he couldn't provide me with anything. So I mean, you want my signature, but you can't provide me. You can't provide me with any answers. So that way I knew who to vote for when I go to the polls. So you tell me, does that make any sense? Okay? Any candidate that's running for mayor already have a platform. They already have the platform already, and they already have their agenda already written, ready to face the people of Fall River. Okay? I know, okay? When I ran for city council, I've already had my agenda already written, okay? It was already there when I ran for city council because I had to prepare myself, okay, for questions off the taxpayer in the city of Fall River, okay? I had it, okay? And if you don't, and if you're running for mayor, and you got to be prepared, okay? You got to be prepared for the people of Fall River to ask questions, okay? All right. One, what are you going to do with the chief of police? Are you going to put her on permanently? What are you going to do for the infrastructure? How much money, okay, you're going to be spending, okay? What are you going to do for us? Are you going to have good representation? Are we going to have good representation from you? Okay? I had a body cam on. Okay? Oh, and he started bitching and complaining. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something, Kendall, Michael J. Kendall. Let me tell you something. You're not going to be any good representation here for the city of Fall River. So, I mean, this guy, if you see him out there, I mean, I wouldn't even bother putting my name on that. Okay, put my name on a nomination paper because that's just another clown that you're going to be voting in that don't even have a platform. Okay, we want good representation in the city here of Fall River. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting out of hand. Okay, when the candidate talks to a candidate is supposed to talk to you. Hey, look, hey, this is what I want to do. Okay, this is how I want to do things. Okay, don't go in say to the taxpayer, well, I don't know what I want to do yet. You know what I'm saying? Well, and then talk back to them. and say nasty stuff to them? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? How you expect to gain trust, okay? You got to gain trust in the people of the city of Fall River. That's what you got to do. If you ain't got that, the people want to know answers, okay? Because we had too many mayors in the past, okay? So, as an independent media from Fall River Media News, I have that right, okay? I have that right to answer. I even called the election office, and they said to me, Mr. Meade, you have that right to answer. You had that right to, ask that question. You had that right. Okay, and you mean to tell me this candidate, Michael J. Vandal, he doesn't have anything to say other than gather signatures off the candidates? Are you kidding me? Is this who we want in office? No, we don't want that in office. Okay. So I mean, that candidate, he's ran before, but I mean, it's total ridiculous. Okay. I mean, he doesn't even know about the police chief. He doesn't even know what he wants to do. He doesn't even have a platform. He doesn't even have an agenda. This guy. Okay. I mean, this is like total ridiculous. Okay. I mean, this guy ran before. He might as well just drop out of the race because he's not going to get the 300 signatures that he wants. Because I'm going to tell you something. All right. I was standing outside of Stop and Shop. Okay. Outside. I wasn't working. I wasn't working. And something. And the other taxpayers said, yeah, well, he has the right. He wants to know. Okay. This is why we ask candidates. Okay, well, we want to know where you stand on the issues. Okay, because all candidates have their different platforms. Okay, they all have different platforms. And this one here, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. You don't know. Why are you running for mayor if you don't know, Mr. J. Candle? Well, why are you running for mayor if you don't know where you stand on the issues? Why are you running? Wow, it's so sad. Okay, it is. It's horrible. Okay, we got candidates out there that especially him. He doesn't even know where he stands on the issues. I mean, he's not going to get the signatures that he needs if he don't have a platform or an agenda. He's not gonna get the signatures that he needs. Okay, I mean, and like I said, okay, I am on a I am a chair and of the Republican committee. Okay, and if you want us to support you, you need to tell us what your agenda is. Okay, you need to tell us what your agenda is, because you're not going to get the support from us. Okay, so I mean, I am on a Republican. I am a chair of a Republican committee, Ward 5. Okay, and my wife is a co-chair of the Republican committee. And something, you want us support, but you can't, Mr. Candle, you cannot tell us, okay, what is your agenda, but you want our support. You can't we asked you a question about the police chief. I don't know. Well, I can't tell you that right now. I'm busy getting signatures. Well, let me tell you something. Good luck. Because something, you ain't never gonna, you won't get my family support. That's for sure. Because the attitude that you had today, you will never get my support ever. And I'll make sure it's known, and I have the right to do that. So I mean, yeah, this is you're supposed to tell the taxpayers where what is your agenda, okay? So that way, when it's time to go vote, we can go. So that way, we know who we're voting for. No, and no, and oh, give me give me your information. No, I definitely not. Okay, I definitely don't want him on my show because you know something. After the attitude that he had with me when I was asking him, okay, when I was asking him the question, you know, to find out, okay, what's his agenda is. And he grabbed an attitude with me because I asked him. So what is this guy hiding? What is this Michael J. Candle hiding? Okay, must be hiding something because one, he don't have an agenda. Okay, two, I asked him a question about the police chief. Okay, he didn't have an answer for that. Okay, if you don't have an answer, then and if you don't have an agenda, what are you doing for running for mayor? What are you doing, Mr. Kendall? Why? What are you doing? Why, Mr. J. Bender? Why are you doing run for mayor? Well, you don't belong running for mayor. I'm sorry, because you know, I mean, you're supposed to. Uh, so it says here, nomination papers for political office of Fall River in 2025 election cycle is becoming available on April 1st, 2025, which is they're already out. People have signed and pulled papers for running for mayor. The mayor, this still needs to be collected enough signatures and to get those and Vandal Day before the official becomes candidate. Here is a short bio on each one of them. Okay. One, Mayor Paul Coogan, registered Democrat. Paul Coogan has served as the mayor of Fall River in Massachusetts since January 20th. The winnings re-elections in 2021 and 2023 after defeating disgraced former Mayor Jazel Correa in a landslide in 2019 before entering the mayor's office. Coogan dedicated of 30 years of the Fall River public school systems and educated and teacher in Cuss Middle School. He's a rat too. Um, Two, Carlos Caesar, registered Republican. Carlos Caesar is a longtime community organizer and president of the Flint Neighborhood Association in the Fall River, Massachusetts, who has emerged as a potential candidate for mayor in the 2025 election, which history of both supporting and clashing with former mayors Jazel Correa, who is now in prison from fraud and extortion. Caesar narrowly added the federal investigation by testifying against Correa during his trial. His community involvement included facilitating the purchases of former Duval Elementary School for a neighborhood center in 2013, support by the donations from Korea. Those their relationships later sourced that Caesar filed a campaign paperwork in the May 2024 signaling this intent to run and bring in dedicated and local advocacy experience. Now, three, Michael J. Vandal, registered Democrat, which is I don't like. Michael Vandel is a political outsider and recruiting candidates in Fall River, Massachusetts, known for unconfidential campaigns for mayor in 2024 and 2023, as well as debris for running for governor in 2024. No wonder he didn't get in. Described advocating for patients to patient story. Bandel has pitched establishing the center for people based in Fall River, drawings for his personal narrative. That's his personal narrative. Patient Zero and modern history influence his grandfather and Hall Hagen, a confidential figure, alternated dental practice. His personal background remains legally undisclosed behind these claims, and he has no notable prior political office worthily recognized alcohol in the 2023 mayoral primary election, generally in 306, generated just 326 votes of 4.56%, finishing in the distance third behind Paul Coogan and Sam Sutter, reflecting limited voters tracking distance of president's candidacies. And battle campaign and minimize economic development and culture freedoms of invoking Fall River's historical role as a refuge, immigration, but his lack of political experience, niche platform. See, this dude supports immigration. He supports the illegal aliens. This dude. Wow, this dude supports legal aliens, man. This dude don't even have any political affiliation at all. He don't even have a platform. This guy. He don't. He don't even have a platform. He don't have an agenda. Michael J. Vandal. He's a registered Democrat. Okay? And this is not what we're attending. You know, I mean, and this dude screamed at me. Okay? This dude screamed at me. Okay? And I mean, he did. Michael J. Vandal, the one that's running for mayor, he screamed at me, okay, because I asked him, okay, I asked him, what is your agenda? Okay, I asked him, what is your agenda? If you had agenda, I wanted to know. Oh, I don't know. I don't have agenda. I'm too busy getting signatures. And then he says to me, out there, oh, you don't know who I am. It's like, so what is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm asking you, what is your agenda? Okay. I'm not asking you who you're affiliated with. Okay. I'm asking you what is your agenda? Hey, this man don't have an agenda. Michael J. Vandal. At all. Annalisa. He doesn't. This dude don't even have an agenda. And he gets mad at me because he got mad at me because he's a Democrat. He got mad at me because I asked him, okay? I asked him what was his agenda. Where do you stand on the chief of police? Okay. I want to know these things because I want to make sure that I'm going to the poll. Okay. I want to make sure, okay, when I go to the polls, I want to know who I'm voting for. I don't want to vote for some clown that doesn't know what he's doing in the mayor's office, like Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor Paul Coogan don't know what he's doing. I don't want to spend the next 4 years with another stupid clown. I want to know who I'm voting for. I want to know, what is your agenda? You have an agenda? I want to know what it is. If I like your agenda, then I will vote for you. If I don't like your agenda, then I'm not going to vote for you. Okay? Because I want to make sure that my city is secure and safe, okay, for my family. Okay? No more stupid clowns, okay, in Fall River. Let's get somebody in there that's going to represent us, okay? If we can get somebody in there that's going to represent us, let's get somebody in there that's going to represent us, and they're going to do a damn good job, okay? I'm going right by the book with this one, okay? And yes, I am a Republican, okay? And I am a chair and also I am a chair of the Republican committee, and my wife is also a co-chair of the Republican of the Republican committee. Okay, I'm the chair; she's a co-chair. Okay, if you want us to vote for you, I need to know what your gender is. Okay, where do you stand on the issues of Fall River? Okay, okay. If you can't tell me that, okay, if you cannot tell me that, then I ain't signing your nomination papers. Okay? I need to know. That way I know who I'm voting for. Okay? If I like your agenda, I'll vote for you. If I don't like it, then I ain't voting for you. So boo-hoo. Okay? So this guy here, Michael J. Vandell, okay, he's a Democrat and a political outsider, recruiting candidate in the Fall River, Massachusetts, known for his unconventional campaign for mayor, as well as a brief run for governor. He ran for governor too, this guy. No wonder. God, man, this guy don't even have an agenda at all. Wow. Please share this information out there. Wow, telling me, oh, you don't know who I am. So, I mean, that was a blow right to the belt. When I was just asking him, okay, when I was just asking him what his agenda is. So if you see him out there, hey, if you want to sign his nomination papers, go for it. Because you know something, that's not the candidate and the attitude that I want in office. I want good representation. I want good representation. And I'll expose this dude. Okay. And I already told him, oh, leave you my information. Okay. So he says, leave you information. He wants to come on my show. Okay. You know, but you can't, if you cannot tell me, okay, what is your gender on the outside, then you ain't gonna come on my show because you ain't gonna tell me what is the gender. What is the gender? Okay. Wow. I'll tell you though, man. And I mean, this guy. I mean, it's no gender, no gender. Barking up the wrong tree, dude. That's all I got to say. So, even with that one being said, I don't care. Gabriel Boomer MAYROL, registered Republican. Gabriel Boomer MAYROL is a politically active figure in the Fall River, Massachusetts, known for his repeat run for local office and his community engagement efforts. And father of 6, he has a campaign successfully for Fall River City Council in 2021 and 2023, placing 11th out of 18 candidates in the later with 2,745 votes, and has in phase public safety and education as a key property, arguing that the safe environment is eternal for children to thrive beyond the city council bid. Amro won a seat on the Massachusetts Republican State Committee for the 1st Bristol and Plymouth District in March of 2024, defeating Angel Petro with 7,256 votes to the 2,737 signaturing his intents to unify and rebuild the local Republican based in early 2025 school committee member Colin Dias proposed AMRO for a volunteer in government efficiency. God's role within Fall River Public Schools, citing his experience identifying cost savings opportunities with consideration slots for March of 2025. AMRO is persistent in local politics. The deepest electoral setback and reflection of his comments is to address the community issues. See that? AMRO will address the people of the city of Fall River on the issues. See, now that is a candidate, okay? That is a candidate that will address the issues, okay? Gabriel MAYROL, okay, for mayor of the city of Fall River. So good luck to him. He's a great guy, you know what I'm saying? And he's got a lot of potentials, okay, for if he wants to, to run for mayor. So he's been a community actor for a very long time. So, and again, we do need a Republican in office. So let's consider Gabriel MAYROL, and we got 2 Republicans that are running for mayor. We got Carlos Caesar's also a Republican running for mayor too. Was also active in the community. So let's consider these 2 candidates. So Michael J. Vandal, he's not considered right now as a candidate because of his attitude, and you don't know who I am, and like I supposed to care. So so it's sad. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's one of the saddest things that in the world. So, but Gabriel MAYROL and Carlos Caesar, is the 2 top candidates that we, want to consider. You know what I'm saying? For mayor. So, but and when I questioned Carlos, okay, and asked Carlos what he was going to do, okay, Carlos told me what he wanted to do for Fall River, okay. Carlos wanted to do, and that's what candidates do. When the taxpayers go up to you, okay, when the taxpayers go up to you, you are the one, okay, and supposed to tell them, okay, it's supposed to tell them, okay, what you are going to do, because we're the ones are paying you, okay, when you're sitting in office, okay. Our tax money is paying you guys, okay. So we have the people of the city of Fall River, we have the right, okay, the right to know what is your agenda. You don't tell us our agenda, you don't get a signature, or you don't get a vote. Because you want to know why? Because right here, the people's power, we have the right, okay, and for answers, okay. And I'm going by the book with this, okay. Where I don't want no more shenanigans in office anymore. I'm done with shenanigans, okay. Because this is bull, okay. We have no good representation in office, and you got one candidate out there, Michael J. Vandal, okay, don't want to tell you what his agenda is. Okay? That is a bad move on his part. Okay? That is a bad move on his part. Okay? That is sad. Okay? When every candidate that runs for office is prepared, okay, with an agenda. Okay? With an agenda. I don't give a damn what these Democrats say. Okay? All right? When you have an agenda, talk to us about your agenda. If you have an agenda, if I like your agenda, I'm going to vote for you. If you have an agenda on city council, a good agenda, I'm going to vote for you. You don't have an agenda, you don't tell me about, guess what? So that makes me think that you're hiding something. Okay? Just like Michael J. Vandal. Okay? I believe he's hiding something. Okay? I believe he's got something to hide. And when you got something to hide, let me tell you something. Okay? The truth will always come out at the end. Okay? I don't want another Jazel in there. That's why I ask the hard questions. Okay? I know. When I ran for public office, I had the Herald News, I had FRC Media. They asked me the hard questions. Okay? And I came out with all the answers to the questions that they asked. Okay? And you're gonna have Michael J. Vandal tell me that he doesn't have an agenda and he can't tell me why he's running for mayor. Oh, I'm just collecting signatures. That's all I am. Well, I'm asking you a question. I asked a question and I expect an answer. If you cannot answer me, then you ain't got my vote. Michael J. Vandal. Okay? And telling me you don't know who I am? Oh, like I supposed to care. I'm only asking. Okay? What is your agenda? And you got all pissy and mad because I asked you what was your agenda and you couldn't tell me anything about your agenda. Leave me your information. I'm not going to leave you my information. So I leave you my information. If you can't tell me no, what makes you think you're going to tell me live on what makes you think that you're going to tell me live on my podcast? Okay? What do you think? I look like an idiot? No, I don't. Okay? I don't look like an idiot. I'm a very smart man when it comes to politics. Okay? Don't take me for a fool. Okay? Then anybody that runs for mayor, they're supposed to have agenda going. Okay? Boomer Amaral, Carl Caesar, they got agendas going. And I'm gonna ask them too. I'm gonna ask Boomer the hard questions too. Okay? Republican to Republican. I'm going to ask him the hard questions. The Republicans don't get away with nothing. I'm going to ask the hard questions too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no more shenanigans in here. Okay? I'm going by the book with this. Okay? You know, and I hope the people out there in the community are watching this YouTube. And it's on Facebook too. Because you know something? When you run for mayor, city council, governor, state representative, you're a public figure. You are a public figure. You answer to us. Okay? We are the people of the city of Fall River. You answer to us. Okay? We pay you. You don't pay us. Like I said, you don't work for us. You work for us. We do not work for you. Remember that. Okay? Our tax money goes in and it pays your salary. Okay? If you're going to get 240,000 to be the mayor of the city of Fall River, you are going to come up with an agenda, and you're gonna tell us what your agenda is, or you don't become mayor of the city of Fall River. Simple as that. I'm tired of all the shenanigans already. Okay, having too many shenanigans, and I was right. And honestly, let me put it to you this way, Annalisa, share my video, and and I'm going to tell you, okay. I'm going to tell you this. Okay, there was a voter out there. Okay, the voter even told him he has the right to know. He has the right to know. So what if he ain't got an agenda? So what has he got to hide? That's what I like to know. And I'm sure it'll all come out in the wash when FRC media and all the news report, all the media asks them the hard questions. This is bull. Okay, can't tell a Democrat cannot tell me what his agenda is. So he's got something to hide, and I'll expose him, and I'll make sure that people know. They're gonna say, "Wow, how come there's a video out there? What'd you do? I mean, how come you didn't tell this guy, what your agenda is?" He's kind of really upset. Yeah, I am. I don't think it's right. I think we deserve to know. Okay? You want to vote? We deserve to know. And he's supposed to tell us whether if he was a Democrat or a Republican. So he did not reveal that either. Great. Nice guy. I try to give everybody a shot. Okay? Whether I like them or not. You know what I'm saying? I try to give everybody a shot, give everybody a fair shot. You know what I'm saying? At the title. And then I get this guy, Michael J. Vandal, telling me, "Oh, you don't know who I am." So what is that supposed to mean? You know what I'm saying? What is that supposed to mean? You know what I'm saying? To me. You know what I'm saying? I took that very seriously. So what is that supposed to mean? Am I supposed to worry? Great. Nice guy, huh? Guy's running for mayor, but he's also telling he also tells the one of the voters, me, "Oh, you don't know who I am." Huh? Like I'm supposed to worry. Well, he's lucky I didn't file charges on him. Let me tell you something right now. He's lucky. Okay? All right? because this is. I mean, all I did was ask him, okay, a simple question. What do you stand with the? What do you stand? What do you stand with the police chief? Where do you stand? Okay, on the issues of Fall River. Okay, I want to know because I want good representation. If I cannot have good representation, okay, then that's what I'm looking for. Okay, and this is like total ridiculous. It's nuts. Okay, I can't believe a mayoral candidate, Michael Vandel, Democratic, got so mad at me because I asked him the question. Wow. Great candidate, ain't it? Got some really beauties out there. I'll tell you, running for mayor. Awesome. Great guy. Running for mayor. Oh, yeah. You don't know who I am. Like I'm supposed to be, like I'm supposed to care. I'm only interested in your political agenda. That's all I am. Wow, what a funny guy, huh? Wow. And I did. I called up the election office. And know something? They said that I had every right to ask him the question as a taxpayer of the city of Fall River. And he asked me about my body cam. I have the right to wear it, okay, and record a conversation. Okay? It's right out there in public. Okay? He's a public figure. Okay? But if he doesn't like to be recorded, then he shouldn't run for mayor. Okay? And one customer walked into Stop and Shop. It was so funny. He said, I heard him say, he goes, you're barking up the wrong tree, dude. And I knew this. I knew this guy very wrong. I mean, everybody deserves a chance to run, but if a taxpayer is asking you, okay, if a taxpayer is asking you, what is your agenda? What are you running on? I like to know. So that way, when I head to the polls, I know who I want to vote for. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't tell me what is your agenda, then you don't belong running for mayor. Why did you pull papers? Why? So it's what, just to go around and tell people, oh, you don't know who I am. No, you know something? I'm not interested in who you are. I'm interested in what is your agenda and what are you running on. That's all I'm interested in. Okay? That's all I was interested in. I don't care who you are. I'm worrying about what is your agenda and who you're and what is your agenda. Do you support the police chief? Do you support the police chief? That's all I'm asking. Okay. And what else do you support? So that way, when I go to the polls, I know who to vote for. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Caesar didn't give me a hard time. Okay. Gee, of course, a Democrat will give you a hard time because he don't want you to know what his agenda is at all. Okay? He don't want you to know. Okay? So obviously, he's a Democrat. He's got something to hide. Definitely. He's got something to hide. And you know something? I will check into Michael J. Vandel and find out what he's got to hide, people. And what he's got to hide. He's got something to hide. So I'm going to expose this dude, okay? Because, you know something? He's got something to hide. If he ain't got an agenda, or even if he does have an agenda and he's not telling you, okay, I will investigate and find out what he has to hide. And I expect every taxpayer out there to do the same thing. before signing a nomination paper. Okay, because this dude is shady. Okay, this guy ran for governor too. Are you kidding me? Wow. I'm glad I didn't vote. I'm glad I didn't vote for him. Now I know a lot about this dude. You know what I'm saying? Shady. Democrats are shady. Okay? They are the shadiest people I ever known. Okay? They are. Especially the radical ones. They're shady as hell. Okay? I've always talked about independents running. Okay? If we can get some independents, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the independents will be maybe a little bit lenient if we can get some independents. Okay? We have to get independents running. Okay? This is what we have to do. Okay? And I've been on Spindle City Straight Talk, and I'll tell you something, and I revealed it right out there. And let me tell you, Annalisa, if you're still there, I hope, you know what I'm saying, if you're, let me see if she wants to come on. Maybe she does want to come on. I don't know. We'll want to find out right now. Wow, this guy is shady as hell. Do you want to come on? This guy is very shady. Okay, you see, he's shady. You know what I'm saying, this guy's nuts. Let's see. She's, this guy here is very shady. And yeah, I mean, it's, I'm trying to, let me see if I can find her email. Because I would like to, have her on again. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a good topic that, that she would be very interesting, to see this. So I'm gonna send her the email from here, and I'm going to, let me see. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Let's talk about the catalog. Oh. Yeah. So I did send her the email and hope that maybe she can come on. So let's see. I sent you an email, so and a link, because this is a good topic, to talk about, because in the past, we had a lot of Democrats are shady, and especially like Maura Healey, too. So I mean, she's shady too. She still supports the legal aliens, and again, I mean, it's that would be the Democrats, and when for what I understand is hearing, I don't know if my hearing's right, but I just want to to address one more thing. Even the train, that train was supposed to start at the end of May. That started at the end of February. Okay, and maybe this is why things are all messed up the way they are. Okay, so I mean, State Representative Alan Sylvia, State Representative Alan Sylvia, Governor Healy, Cal Fiola. I mean, yeah, these people. I mean, they think that this train, okay, is going to benefit Fall River. It's not. Okay, it's not. And I don't care what the Democrats say. Okay, I don't care what they say, because I know for sure, because Alan Sylvia said to me at one time, okay, he said, the taxpayers of the city of Fall River does not have to pay for the train. So how is it going to benefit Fall River? How does it benefit Fall River? It keeps breaking down, okay? It keeps being delayed all the time. So how are we supposed to take a train to Boston? Okay, when the train, good thing I didn't. For my opinion, good thing I didn't take the train last. Good thing I didn't take the damn train to Boston. Okay, good thing, because my family and I, we would have been stuck up there for 2 hours over there, waiting for another train to come in. And you know how much is it for a lift back? That's like $80, $70, $80. Are you kidding me? Nah, man. I mean, yeah. So about $70, $80 that would have cost us to get back. Good thing I didn't go that day. We scheduled another date. But you know something though? That train was supposed to be scheduled for this May of this year of 2025 at the end. But they moved that train so fast in February, okay? So they can collect their money. Okay? That's the and the train's always delayed, and they have to put extra they have to put extra trolleys on it and everything, so that way people can get around, get home. I mean, come on. I mean, you call that shit freaking benefit Fall River? That ain't benefit nothing. Fall River's a shithole. Okay? It's always been a shithole because of Mayor Paul Cogan and because of Jazel Correa. And I'm gonna say all the other former mayors too. Okay? A shithole. Okay? You know, it's either smarten up. It's either smarten up, or the people of this city is going to take over and be our own government. Okay? Because we don't need this stupid shit all the time, fighting back and forth, arguing with each other. Okay? We'll take over our own government, and we'll find a manager that will take care of the checks and balances. How's that? Okay? So we go by the book here. The damn people already, government, and you got a stupid clown out there that he doesn't even have a gender. Okay, I can't tell you my gender, this and that. I'm focusing on getting signatures first. Well, you can focus on getting signatures, but tell me what you stand. That's all I was asking. What is the big deal of asking a candidate where they stand on the issue? Okay, I gave him one simple answer. Okay, about the chief of police. He couldn't even tell me that. And I already knew that answer. I was asking him, well, are you going to put the chief, if you become mayor, are you going to put the chief of police permanently? I don't know. Fucking, what a dumbass. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this in my life, man. That's already this whole entire election, okay? No, I mean, I've already met one clown. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know how many he's out there running for mayor, but I know Boomer Amaral and Carlos Caesar. I mean, I talk to them, and let me tell you something. They tell me what their agenda is and what they're going to do and how they're going to vote. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to get rid of all these clowns in office, all these Democratic clowns, every single one of them. Okay, and we need to put all Republicans in there. That's what we need. Okay, and now we'll have a red state once all Republicans are in there. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, you know, when you vote for the same people all the time, don't expect to get a different answer. Expect to get the same answer that the day that they were elected in office. Expect it. Okay? If Fall River's going to be naive and keep voting for the same people, you deserve everything you get. Okay? You deserve it. Because you know something? It's, sometimes we try, but you know what? We're the people. This is your last chance. Okay? We got two good candidates out there. We got one clown candidate that don't even have agenda, but we got Carlos Caesar and Boomer Amaral for mayor out there. So this is your last chance, people. This is a do or die situation. If you vote for the same people back in there, then it's on you. I don't want to hear no complaints. Okay? Because you know something? If you're going to be naive and dumb and stupid, then that's on you. That's the way I look at it. You know, we want to make Fall River better. Okay? Fall River needs to be right on track with everything. Okay? You know, I want to make Fall River better for my grandkids. Okay? For my kids that I got in my family. Okay? So we can go places in fear without being harassed and beat up. I want my grandkids to be safe in Fall River. If my grandkids can't be safe in Fall River, then I don't know what to say. Because you people, man, this is your last chance. You gotta vote right. Get out there to the polls and vote right this time. Because you got two good candidates out there. And one moron that don't have an agenda. Funny, huh? Wow. I thought Governor Healy was a moron. Boy, you know. Oh, okay. She said she didn't get it. Let me do this again. I'll do it again. All right. I'm on live, Linda. I forgot to put one. All right. Check your spam folder too. Oh, there you are.
I got it. Yay.
Yeah.
I
So
was
now,
in my spam folder. You're
yeah.
right.
So now, so now, we're talking about a candidate that
Yep.
was that did not want. When I asked him, oh, oh God,
Be prepared for this.
Annalisa,
Yeah.
I did, honestly, all I did was I came out after work, right?
Yeah.
I asked him, I says I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna ask him. So I went out there, I asked him, I says, what is your what is your agenda? I mean, what do you think about the police chief? I mean, do you have an agenda? You have anything to tell me? Oh, I ain't gonna I'm not going to I don't have I have nothing to say right now. I don't have nothing right now. So I'm saying to myself, when I went up to him, I said, you got it. I said, I mean, I want to know what your agenda. If you want, if I need to know who to go vote for at the polls. Right. Michael J. Bando, look him up.
Michael J. Bando.
Yeah, I think that's his. Yeah, he's. And then he's saying, "Oh, you don't know who I am." I'm like, "What do I care who you are? I don't give a shit who the hell you are. I want to know what your gender is."
There's a bunch of them.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying, this guy, if he's a Democrat, he's got something to hide. Definitely. I mean, come on. I mean, look at. I mean, all Democrats, I mean, Annalisa, all Democrats have something to hide.
No more Democrats. Enough with the Democrats.
Yeah, we don't.
Enough, It's enough with the Democrats. I can't stand it I can't stand them anymore.
I mean, my head's going this way with Democrats.
I know. I lived too long with the Democrats. It's just too much. The radical left Democrats are just too much for me. I can't take it.
I can't handle that stuff either anymore.
For public office, why wouldn't you answer questions about your campaign platform? If you don't have a platform, you shouldn't be running.
Well, he shouldn't. Well, he should. Well, anyways.
You know what I thought was. You know what I thought was. What? You know what was interesting? That he said something about the body cam that you had. Why did he mention that? Like,
well, he did. He mentioned about the body cam. He said that I was holding him hostage.
What?
He sounds out there.
Yeah,
he said I was holding him hostage. I didn't want to.
Out there.
You can video.
There was a lady who was present also.
There was a lady too. There was a lady too that was present.
Registered voter.
She was a registered voter. She said to him, she says, he has the right. He needs to know.
Right. That's right.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, it's just like if I brought my phone with me and did a live video.
Yeah. And,
you can do that in a public space.
And he said I was harassing him.
What?
You're in public office. You're under scrutiny already.
You're already a public figure, Michael Bando. You're already a public figure, idiot.
Did you say he ran for
he ran for governor before?
When?
Oh, wait a second. I think I got it right here. Yeah, have a seat, Linda. Let's have fun with this.
Yeah, that's right. Keep my son up. We'll talk, I'm not going to talk much about that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Jacob, man.
Jacob gets his ideas.
Jacob gets his ideas all the time. Oh, that kid.
By now, was right away. Be right now.
I think. Yeah, he. I found it. I found it somewhere. I don't even know where I found
You
it.
sent an article, weren't you?
Yeah, it's an article.
Oh, Scott sent you the article.
Oh, Scott Allen Donnelly sent me the article.
I don't know. I can't find him.
Michael Vandal.
Michael Vandal.
Registered Democrat.
Registered Democrat.
He's a political outsider, current candidate for Mass, known for his unconventional campaigns for mayor in 2021 and 2023, as well as a beat for the government in 2022. A self-described advocate for patient-to-patient holistic dentistry, Vandal has established a dentistry for the people based in Fall River, drawing from his personality as a patient-zero modern dentistry, influenced by his grandfather Hal Huggins, a controversial figure in alternative dental practices. His professional background remains largely undisclosed because of these claims. He has no notable prior political office or widely recognized accolades. In the 2023 mayoral primary election, he gathered his 226 votes, 4.56%, finishing a distant third behind Paul Krugman and Sam Sutter, reflecting limited voter traction by his position candidacy. Vandal's campaigns emphasize economic development, culture, freedom, often invoking forward historical records from immigrants, but his lack of political experience and niche platforms also kept him on the fringes of local politics.
Oh my God!
What did he do? What has he done?
It doesn't say.
Because he hasn't done anything.
He hasn't done anything. He doesn't even. He doesn't. He doesn't even know what he wants to do himself.
Can't even find the guy.
Yeah.
How many signatures?
When CJ's quote, you can't say that he get out of the kitchen.
How many?
Yeah, he's an old guy. He's got white hair. I don't know if you could see him.
How many signatures does he need?
300. He's the top guy right there.
I wonder if he's gonna get it.
Who knows? But we got Gabe.
He's the top guy.
We got Carl Caesar and Boomer Ambrose, who are taking Republicans.
You know what? I'm better off just sending you the article.
Yeah.
Okay. By messenger. Hold on. Oh man.
When
is the mayoral race?
Primary September, regular November. The primary to nail it down to two candidates.
This year? This year?
This year, yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yep, mayor elections are all odd numbered years.
I just sent you the article.
Term.
Oh, okay.
I just
2-year term in Fall River.
I just sent you the article, Lisa.
Where?
On your messenger.
Oh, okay. I can use my phone.
Oh, this guy's this guy, I'll tell you. Hey.
Messenger. Here it is. Okay. I'm glad you're having fun with it because it is funny. Oh, here he is. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
This guy's a joker.
How old is he?
I have no idea. I think he's around 70 years old, 70, 80, somewhere around there. Looks like it.
Papers. Okay. On each. So Coogan, is he running again?
Yeah.
He's the incumbent.
He's an incumbent.
Oh, okay. Carlso Caesar.
Bottom center. Gabe Ambrose is bottom right. So the one on the left just beside Coogan would be Mike Vandal.
So Mike Vandal, okay. Gabriel Boomer Amaral.
Boomer Amaral.
Boomer's a nickname.
Boomer's his nickname. He's a Republican.
And he's also former military.
Alphonse. So which one is I don't see him here.
Yeah, you got you got to look down a little bit.
Is it Vandal? Is his name?
Vandal? Yeah.
I said that.
Okay.
I said that.
Yeah, it's Vandal.
He's known for his unconventional campaigns.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. He's an advocate for patient-to-patient holistic dentistry. Huh? Vandal has pitched establishing a dentistry for the people based in Fall River.
I don't think I campaign on that.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would campaign on that. I mean, that's
He
embarrassing.
did. His professional background remains largely undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
Yeah, and he.
That raises questions.
That raises
And he
questions, and he has something to hide.
He has no notable prior political office or widely recognized accolades. In 2023, when he ran for mayor, he got 326 votes.
So that shows you something. That tells you something.
Finishing a distant third behind Paul Coogan and Sam Sutter, reflecting limited voter traction despite his persistent candidacy. His campaigns emphasize economic development and cultural freedom, often invoking Fall River's historical role as a refuge for immigrants. Uh-oh.
Oh, a refuge. No, he's for immigrants.
Oh, no. See, Fall River's going to become...
I welcome legal arrivals.
Yeah, he's gonna make Fall River a sanctuary city.
He's gonna make Fall River a shithole. That's what he's gonna do.
This not a sanctuary for us taxpayers.
Not only have you got it on the state level with Healy, but in the city too. Oh my God!
On the local level.
Not
on the local level
in my
too.
Backyard.
You're right.
He's for illegal aliens.
This guy is not all there for sure. There's something.
Well, I guess he's not all there, if you ask me.
No, he shouldn't even be running. He needs 300 votes, and he got 326. So what? I don't know.
He needs more than that. I think he needs his head examined.
He's a total loser. Forget it. He's a total loser.
Annalisa, can you imagine someone telling you, "Oh, I want you to invest in my business. I want funds in it," and they say, "Oh, what does the business do?" "Oh, I'm too busy collecting funds to tell you that." That would never fly.
I don't know. I don't have an agenda. I don't have a business plan. I can't tell you.
But
he has
anyway.
But I can't tell you what it is.
But back me anyway.
But Michael J. But see now, look at Michael J. Vandal. Michael J. Vandal. Yeah, well, I mean.
Well, it's kind of strange that he doesn't he hasn't disclosed what he has done in the past. That's weird.
That is weird. There's something up with that.
Yeah, that's strange. And dentistry? Like, why is he so hooked up? Why is he so, what is the thing on dentistry? Holistic dentistry.
Yeah.
People want to do that as a business. But that's not.
Yeah, I don't get that. Platform. I mean, he does talk about economic development. Yes, I agree with that. But I don't, but he doesn't make sense with what he's talking about with economic development. It doesn't coincide. Like, there's no logic or reason to it. So
it's just a buzz phrase.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but hey, you get all kinds, right?
And well, you do. But I mean, when a taxpayer, somebody like me, goes up to him, okay, and asks him, "What is your agenda?" What is your agenda?
Well, who knows what he could. Sometimes what the Mass GOP, what they do is they put a person out there to be like a plant, like a distraction. You know what I mean? Like they do those kinds of things so that people might. They do that. They do that. They do it on purpose. So who knows? He could be a communist.
Yeah, too. He is. And you know something. But I made a mistake. I put my name on a nomination paper, which is I shouldn't have never did. And Linda's too, which is I should have never. I made
He
a
might
mistake.
not
That was-
even he might not even get in. You know, he might not get 300 signatures. If he has that kind of attitude, like with you, he's
Oh,
gonna have the attitude with somebody else too.
yeah.
So-
Oh, well, you don't know who I am. I don't give a care who you are, dude.
I know that he's unstable. This guy is not like all there. He's not all there.
Well, yeah, he
But
looks like he was it.
But you know who I just saw this.
Yeah.
And there is actually a Republican on Beacon Hill who is, I think,
Yeah.
a Trump supporter.
Oh. Yeah.
And his name is Mark, M-A-R-C, Lombardo. He's actually, yeah, he is in, I think he's a senator or he's a representative. And he wanted, it did not pass, which is not surprising, but he wanted what President Trump wanted. He wanted to lower the sales tax.
Mhm.
He wanted to lower the income tax, and he did not want to have taxes on tips. Okay.
Yeah.
And it did not pass on Beacon Hill. There wasn't even a roll call.
Oh, really? Mm.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find. Oh, it's on X. It's on
It's
X.
on X.
Yeah,
The
and
article. You want to send me the article so I can take a
it's
look at it?
yeah, it's Massachusetts Fiscal Alliance. It's a post. He wanted to lower sales tax, income tax, and exempt tax on tipped wages and overtime work, which is what President Trump wants. That was, what he ran on, and it was defeated without a roll call vote. This is somebody, I think, that that's somebody that should be running for like another office because he's going to drive the liberals insane.
Yeah.
He is.
Well, the liberals, I think the liberals, they should be driving insane.
But he did get in. He's from Billerica, the 22nd congressional. What is it called now? It's 22nd. Yeah, he's from
I heard that
Billerica.
name.
Yeah, it's up north. It's a 22nd Middlesex district.
Middlesex County, probably.
Yeah. So he. Let me see. Is he in the Senate? The House. Okay. So he's on the House. But I thought that was really good
Yeah.
that he actually wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But it's no surprise that it did not pass. But there's a Republican that does support President Trump.
Yeah.
We need more people like that. That's what
We need a lot more people like that.
Yes.
We need more Republicans to get out there.
Yeah, or even independents that might like
Even independents too. Yeah, you know something. I've been actually talking about that too. We do need independents out there too. I mean, if anybody out there is an independent, get out there, man. Grab some nomination papers, man. Get out there and get signatures. Run for governor if you're an independent or something. Independent,
or
anybody.
even the mayor of Boston or Fall River or whatever. You should get out there.
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
And especially if you are, I think, this is my opinion, especially if you are a Trump supporter. If you're a President Trump supporter, you should get out there.
Yeah, they should get out there.
You'd be surprised how many people would vote for somebody like that. They would be surprised. At this point in time, the way the Democrats are doing, they're so bad. They have the lowest approval rating like ever
In the world. Yeah, I saw that.
They're like doing really badly. They're doing really badly. Did you see Corey? I think it's Corey Brooks.
No, I didn't.
From New Jersey, and Hakeem Jeffries. They stood out in the Capitol. I think it was the Capitol steps for 12 hours. 12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours they sat on the steps, and I don't know what they were doing. Protesting? Is that like, it was like a hunger strike? You know how you do a hunger strike?
Hunger strike.
You're just there for hours and hours and hours, and it was so dumb. Yep. I'm like, what are you people like doing? Okay, you should be talking about the issues. Instead, they're talking about stupid things. These people should be, I swear to God, they should be social workers. I do not know what they're doing in government. I just don't understand what they're so concerned about, the marginalized, which is communism, by the way. That's what the communists look for, the marginalized, because they want to get people angry. That's what they're trying to do right now. That's what they're trying to do.
But I don't even know. This guy might have been, I don't know. He probably might have been a decoy out there from the GOP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah,
you don't know that.
They'll pull anything. Yep. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. That's my cat. Oh, hey, get down.
Oh, is that the cat?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like right in front of the webcam.
So the GOP will probably just throw anybody out there, even if they say, "Hey, take the nomination papers, go out, run for mayor, see what you can find out."
If they feel threatened, if this uni party feels threatened, they will they will pull. You know what they did when I was running? And they were getting, other candidates were getting signatures. You know what they were doing? What? The ones that were for the Democrats, they were telling the Republicans that they were signing for a Republican candidate, but they weren't.
Really?
Yeah, they were voting. They were putting their signature down for a Democrat, which you cannot do because you're crossing party lines. Yep. So if you're a registered Republican, you have to sign or back a Republican and a Democrat the same thing. So when you hand over the signatures to the town hall or city hall, they double check all that. So if they're looking at a Democrat sheet of paper and they have signatures from Republicans, it's voided out. It doesn't count. So I don't know why they were doing that. Unless the town is in on it as well and just pass the signatures. You know what I mean? They have to be double checked. They have to be double checked. And that's what they do in the town halls. They have to double check the signatures and make sure they're a registered voter and make sure that it's the right party. Now, independents, it doesn't matter. If you're an independent, you can vote for both.
Then. Yeah, hi Dave. Okay. Yeah, it's little Nick is on. I'm just I'm waiting for somebody to come and start commenting on somebody to come. I like the one you said. This other guy here sounds like he's a loser. Michael J.
He is. There's
I just don't. I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I interviewed Carlos Caesar, right? Yeah. Carlos Caesar had no problem talking with me at all. Right. He had no problem talking.
And they shouldn't have any problem.
As he should. You know what I'm saying? Right. And now I'm like, geez, now why did this guy have a problem talking to me when I asked him two things. One about the police chief and what are you going to do for us for Fall River? Are you going to put it? What we're looking for, and I always said, now I'm going to go buy the book with it because we want good representation. That's what we're looking for. Good representation. But if we have good representation and you're going to do a good job in office,
I don't even think he knows.
I don't have a problem.
I don't even think that guy knows what that means.
I don't even think so either.
I don't know what he's doing or what he's trying to do because it doesn't make sense that you don't know what he did previously, what his work was. You don't know. Like what is this is ridiculous.
He's hiding things. You've seen it right in the. You've seen it right in the.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, that's what you said, and it's like, that's a kind of thing like the mafia does.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
criminals do that. Criminals do those kinds of things. Either that or he's paranoid. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. You're supposed to let the taxpayers know what you're doing, so that way they give us an idea, because we're the ones that paying your salary.
Yeah, he's.
Okay? They're going to work for us.
This guy is definitely out there.
Yeah, I can
He's
see
out
that.
there, and it's people are going to watch this, and they're going to know, especially in Fall River, that this guy is just not all there. It's just forget him. Don't even give him 300 signatures. Don't even get him on the ballot. It's not worth it.
I don't even want that guy in the ballot.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He's not gonna get it.
I mean, and he's talking to me. He's telling me about that my body cam. I did call the election office on him. I did, and the election office. You know what the election office said? You have the right to ask any candidate or what their platform is.
Right. Yeah, you do. You're the voter. You should have.
I'm the voter here.
Yeah, I know.
What I'm going to do? Go out there and have Casper go out there and vote.
If he's not willing to listen to you, then could be a tyrant. Like, this guy is like a tyrant.
Yeah, he's not. Well,
you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't.
Give me your information, and I'll go on and I'll shoot you an email, and then you can shoot me the link. If you're not going to tell me, okay, what I want to know now, what makes you think that you're going to tell me when you're on live on video?
No, he's not going to tell anything to anybody. He's going to be talking about holistic dentistry.
Yeah, that's what he's going to be talking about.
That's important for him for some reason.
Yeah, that's important. He's not going to talk about what he wants to do for Fall River. His dentist industry. That's what he wants to talk about.
Maybe he was a dentist and he doesn't want anybody to know that he was a dentist. I don't know.
I don't know. Did he pull teeth? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he pulled something else. I don't know. I ain't going to say.
Maybe it was a front for something else. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's bizarre, but it is bizarre. But what did you think of Mara Healy and the Democrats on Beacon Hill of amending a bill? The Democrats amended a bill for the illegals and their permanent housing now that they're going to be getting.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, they're going to be getting, if it passes, if Healy signs it, they're going to be getting, according to this post, $25,000 a year per family indefinitely.
$25,000 a year indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
And screw the American people. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Where is she going to come up with 25? So say there's 10 families, there's more, just say there's 10. That's already $250,000 that she has to have to pay for these 10 probably illegals. There are more than that. So you're talking millions, probably millions of dollars.
That's what you're talking. Yeah, millions.
Yeah. And where's she going to get that money? Where is she going to get this money? How are they going to, why amend it like that? And where are you getting the money?
I can't, I would say, I'm going to have fun with this. Maybe Maura Healey might stand on the corner of Boston or something and, and get the money. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, gay women only.
Gay women only. Well, if she's looking for a threesome, who knows?
There you go. Double the charge. Double the fee.
Double the charge. Hey, then you come up with the money for the illegals. Why not?
No, like, but like seriously, it's like then this is crazy. I have never heard of anything like this in my life. This is insane. I mean, this is insane. It really is. It's how that money is good. I just don't get this at all. This is just bad. This is bad. I think that's just gonna if it does pass, I really think she's not gonna get in second term. She's not getting it next year.
Yeah, she ain't gonna get a second term.
No, and unfortunately, Mike Keneally might get in.
Oh, yeah.
If she doesn't get in, then he would most likely be the other one because he was, with Baker. And I don't like him either.
I don't either, but
because he has a name and he worked under the Baker administration, which the liberals loved.
Yeah.
The rhinos liked as well. I mean, he might be able to pull it off.
Well,
but I don't think you're going to get. But he hasn't answered the question of what he thinks about the illegals and the shelters. He hasn't answered that.
Well, the people out there in Boston, the people out there in Massachusetts should, ask him the hard questions. Ask him. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the illegals out there? I'm saying,
Well, and these bills that are coming up to fund them indefinitely. Does he agree with that? Or if it passes, will he get rid of it? Will he veto it? What is he going to do?
That's the question that that's the question that people need to ask him.
Yeah, and I bet you he won't do anything. I bet you he'll keep it. And people are going to vote. And people are going to vote for him, David, because they think he's going to repeal it. But he hasn't said anything about the illegals and the situation there in Massachusetts. He hasn't said anything about it. And he won't, because that is a touchy subject. That's touchy.
Well, okay, let me say for instance, okay, now, all right, now, say I worked under the Governor Baker administration, okay? Now, that the first thing I would be doing, okay, this is what I'd be doing, okay? Now, if somebody came up to me and asked a question like that, I would say, look, if I became your governor of Massachusetts, I would veto that. I would get rid of that. If the bill went through, I would get rid of the bill, okay? And I would implement something else there, but don't know what. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it has to be stopped somehow. The program has to eventually go away for the illegals, and ICE should be there to arrest them.
I think so too. There's a 1-800 number out there if you want to call.
Yeah. So they need to, but Maury Healy and Michelle Wu don't want to do that.
Maury Healy and Shalou.
Yeah, they don't want to do that for some reason. Yeah. So they're lawless. These people are just lawless.
They are lawless.
They have no regard for the law.
Yeah.
No regard for the law at all. I mean, I don't know how they're getting away with this.
I don't either.
It's beyond me. I don't understand how this is happening. And,
my God, these people are crazy.
It's corrupt. It's got to be corrupt for them to be able to get away with this. So
yeah.
And so that that has to go as well, and that's going to be very hard to do. I mean, look at what President Trump had to go through to get to where he is. How many assassination attempts did he? The bullet just missed him, hit the ear, grazed his ear. They're nuts. This is what they do. They're nuts.
Yeah. Oh, there is a New York Post out there. I wanted to tell you that too. they said that there's a New York Post out there. There's a serial killer in
Massachusetts, in New England. I
Yeah,
saw that.
And in New England, serial killer fears regents after 8 bodies were found.
Yes, 8 bodies were found. I think an 8th one was just found.
The 8th one was just found.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fear that the serial killer may be on the loose in New England has been reunited after an 18th body was discovered in the region. Of the woman who was yet to be identified was found unprehensive Tuesday of a bike path in Springfield, Massachusetts, with the cause of a death as yet unknown. That the death came amid so far unfounded rumors about a serial killer who has allegedly killed 7 people, mostly women, between March and April in Massachusetts, in Connecticut, and Rhode Island.
Yeah, I don't know what makes them think that this is a serial killer. I don't know, I don't know what makes them think that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
A couple of people have said that they're jumping the gun on this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not really convinced that there's a serial killer there.
I'm not really convinced either. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
if they're not going to tell you how they passed away, because a serial killer does the same thing, like their method is the same. But if they don't know that, how can they say it's a serial killer? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is this fear campaign? This is fear.
This is fear campaign, yeah.
That the news is like, you got to stay in, like scaring people, and you have to stay in front of the TV to get more information and making people paranoid. I mean,
the reason why, how I found out that the security guard at the bus terminal told me about it, but Linda had sent me the article. But I don't really believe that there is a serial killer out there. I mean, I need more information.
Yeah, unless they know something we don't. But the police or the detectives have not said anything that there's a serial killer on the loose. They haven't said anything about it. So I don't know where this is coming from, but leave it to the media to blow up a narrative, so to get everybody paranoid. I mean, that's what they do. Did you see what they said? Did you see what they said about the first 100 days of President Trump?
Yep.
That he has the lowest approval rating, which is such a lie. That is not true. That is not true at all. But
wait a minute.
That's how they are, though. You can't trust them. Oh gosh. Ugh.
Yeah. Boy, Linda. It's unbelievable.
There's, the news is always looking for sensationalism. They're looking for viewers. That's what they do. So having this narrative that there might be a serial killer on the news is going to have people talking.
Yeah, I see him on the bus. So I mean, you tell him that he shouldn't do this again. My son, he walks all the way to Tiverton, right? And then he went with his car, and he walks all through Tiverton, and with his car, and then with sandals on, and then he gets lost.
He gets lost? Oh no, that's not good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I mean, I said, look, I said, I'm not going to go down here. And, I'm on live right now, so I can't go down there and get him. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
And then Linda had to go. Linda went to go meet him.
Oh my gosh.
Why is he? I mean, he's me and him is going to have some words when he comes.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's 9:00. It's dark there now. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's coming home now, so I'm I mean, he goes for a walk, and he's going to be 24 years old. I mean, I don't want him to walk that far, but he does it.
I see. Well, he should be walking at night for sure.
Well, he went out during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he went out during the day. I got home from work. I'm not going out anywhere. Yeah, I'm already aggravated for what that
Right. Right.
For what that other clown said.
Right. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what he is, a clown. That's exactly what he is.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Common sense. Any taxpayer. Wait till he gets. Wait till he gets behind. Okay. Wait till he gets behind with FRC government television, government community television. Wait.
Who?
This candidate.
Oh, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't worry about him.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
So who else is who is the best candidate you think could beat Paul Coogan?
I think it would be either Carlos Caesar or Boomer Amaral.
Okay, so
Amaral, that's his name.
So who's the Republican?
Both of them are.
Both of them are? Oh,
we have two Republicans running.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So we got two Republicans running, and we got two Democrats running. You know what I'm saying? For the same office.
So Paul Coogan is a Democrat. Who's the other Democrat that's running?
That would be Michael J. Randolph.
Okay, so this guy that you saw today came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have four candidates, two Republican, two Democrat. He would be the fifth, maybe, if he gets the signature. So this could be a ploy.
What's that?
So if he's a Democrat, that would make three Democrats and two Republicans.
Yeah.
Okay, so the odds of a Democrat getting elected, I think, goes up. Because you have three Democrats if he gets on. So now you have 2 and 2. So this guy is the spoiler. This guy's the spoiler right here, the one that came on getting signatures. He would be the fifth, and he's within.
We got two Democrats and two Republicans.
Right, which is four.
4 people.
So it makes it even. 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans, and this guy is the spoiler. He would be the third Democrat, which would make the Democrats a little bit of a majority. So to take the votes away from the Republicans, that's what I think that's what this is. I think that's what this is.
Yeah. Well, Linda's a worried parent. That's why.
So if you had a third Republican, they would be freaking out.
Yeah.
The Democrats, I think, would be freaking out. The Liberals, the Uni Party, would be freaking out. So
you know something? I should throw my hat in the ring just to be an asshole.
Right. You could. And you and that would, make 3 Republicans and possibly
Democrats.
and 3, and well, if he gets on, it's 3 Democrats.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that this guy is doing it on purpose. And you know what? Sometimes these people just do it on their own.
Of course.
Like, they don't have to be told. They understand. Yeah. Like, they know the strategy. The Democrats know the strategy. It's the people that I don't think are privy to it and just can't go there. But the Democrats are like that. They're very strategic. Even if it means breaking the law.
Oh, that'll be something that I'm going to tell you what. The Democrats are gonna break the law. Believe it or not, they will.
Well, they already are. I mean, look at Beacon Hill. They won't even do it.
Oh, they're all fucking stupid up there in Beacon Hill.
That's what I mean. They're practically all Democrats, and then you have a guy, Lombardo, who's from Billerica, who supports President Trump's policies, and nobody wants to hear it, just because it's from President Trump.
Yeah, I like to do this.
Do what?
I always do this, so that way, you know why? Because I tell people to listen to your show too.
Oh.
I says, Annalisa is has been involved with politics for a very long time, and she's been a host on her own podcast, and she's listen to her too as well. You know what I'm saying?
And ran for office too. So.
And she ran for office too. Would you run for governor?
No. Senator, state senate.
Annalisa ran for state senator too in the past. So
years ago. When was the last election? 22 or 21? I don't remember.
22. I'm 21. She ran in the last election.
Right.
Or
was it before that? Oh no, it was after. It was 21 or 22, I think.
21 or 22?
Yeah. So,
how'd you do?
I think I was told that 40-60, I got 40%.
40%?
Yeah.
Why don't you run for governor?
How am I going to run for governor?
Take a shot at it.
Huh?
You're right there.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the right qualifications for it to run for governor. I don't know if you have to. I don't know. I never looked it up. I don't know. Let me see what the qualifications are to run for.
Oh, you need 1,000 signatures.
10,000.
10,000. And you got the vehicle too.
Let me see what
if you need signatures down here, I could help out down here.
A candidate for governorship must be a registered elector in the state. I don't even know what that means. Has been a resident for at least 7 years before taking office. Yeah.
Take a shot at it.
No.
Well, I can help you with the signatures down here.
I'd have to get 10,000 signatures. I'd have to go back to Massachusetts, and I don't really want to do that. So, you know what? I said it before. If the people in Mass, can figure out that what is going on right now with these left lunatics that are in office right now, if they can manage to not get these people in office again and get the non-voters to go vote, then I might consider it. But until that happens, nothing's going to change.
You're right.
I don't think in that state. I was 40-60 for me. I thought it was 30-70 because the Republicans did 30% compared to the Democrats 70%. And I guess for me, I got 40%, which is a little higher. because I was an independent. See, I ran as an independent.
Yeah.
And so if you run as an independent, you might have a better chance of getting in. But then people are going to start asking a lot of questions because you're an independent. They want to know, are you conservative or are you liberal? Because you can go either way, right? And I'm a conservative. I would say I am economically, I would say conservative.
Yeah. Conservative.
Right? I think so. I like President Trump's economic policies.
Oh, I love President Trump's economic policies.
Yeah, and I like his policies, and I like his law and order. I like that too.
Before I end my show, in a little bit, because I don't want to stay up too late because I don't want to get away in my head of myself. I was going to ask you, do you want to be a co-host on my show? Because you seem like you know a lot. You know what I'm saying? And,
do I want to be a co-host?
Yeah.
What is that? What is a co-host?
Well, I mean, like we're doing now. I mean, you can ask me. You started off, and you just asked me, do you want to come on? Yeah.
I
know, but I really like you to come on, and because I need something to actually talk about. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
we should. Yeah, you know about Fall River. I don't, but I think the message needs to get out there and to give a shout out to the representatives like Mark Lombardo, who obviously supports President Trump's policies. People need to know these things because I don't think you knew.
No, I don't know so much about up there, so that's why.
But he's on Beacon Hill, and people should know what is going on Beacon Hill. That's why when I follow these posts, these people are following them. They're following the House. They're looking at the bills. They're seeing who's voting for what's passing, what isn't. So I think people in mass, especially the ones that are not happy with what's going on right now, need to know these things, because I think this is a very good opportunity for the Republicans, not the rhinos, the Republicans that support pretty much President Trump and the independents. This is a good time right now because I think the Democrats are in trouble.
Yeah.
I really think the Democrats
are in trouble. And
they're in trouble.
But
the people, and I said it before, I think people are going to start coming out because the Democrats are in trouble. And it's going to affect Massachusetts. At some point, it's going to happen that the voters are not going to be voting for these liberals anymore.
Nope.
Okay, so I think it's going to happen. Maybe it's going to take a little longer. Maybe not. Who knows what's going to happen? Like in the next election, could it be 50-50? Could it be 50% Republican or independent versus 50% Democrat? I think the Democrats are going to lose it if the vote splits 50-50. I really think the Democrats are going to lose it because you're going to start seeing the changes. You're going to start seeing other candidates, and they're going to get rid of these whack jobs that are in there right now.
Well, the whack jobs need to go.
And get candidates that people want. People want more of. And I really think this is going to be very interesting in November when Mayor Wu goes up against. When Mayor Wu when she's running for re-election again against these other people, Josh Kraft. Now, people might go for Josh Kraft because he's a Democrat, but I don't know how different he's going to be. Maybe he's not a communist. I don't know. But he might be a little bit different. I don't know. I don't like the Democrats. I don't trust them. Okay. I wouldn't rather
Democrats. Annalisa, I will not trust the Democrats as far as I can trust. I wouldn't even send them to store. I wouldn't even send them to the store, not even with $1, because they afraid they might take it and run with it.
Exactly. And then next year for the governor's race is also going to be very interesting to see how people vote. That's going to be very telling. That's going to be, I think, it's going to be very telling to see what direction the state is going into. If it's going to change, if they want change.
I hope the state goes directly straight, not this way, because if the people of the people of Massachusetts, if you guys want change, and you bet you know something, this is your chance to do it now.
Yeah, and you got to get the not only do you got to get the non-voters out, but you got to get the people that are independents and MAGA Republicans need to run. It doesn't matter whether you're going to win or not. The point is that you're going to get votes, and it's going to be taken away from those radical communist crazies that are in office. You have to get the non-voters out. That's it. Yeah. And if you get the candidates that are different than the ones that you always have, you're going to get the non-voters out to vote. You're going to get them. I got 40% where the Republicans got 30. You know what I mean? Like a few years ago. So I think it's like changing. It's changing.
It's going to change. Yep.
It has to. I don't know how anybody can like what's going on in that state where the illegals are getting everything that they need and everybody else is like struggling.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's just not right.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
But like I said, I'll be asking you to come. I'll be asking you to come back on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Every Wednesday. So I'll be asking you to come on. So that way, because I mean, it's good to share. It's good to share my views from Fall River down here. It's good to share your reviews from up there. So that way, we're on the same page.
Well, but there's a lot of similarities between the policies of Swampscott and Fall River. So there's a lot of stuff in the state that's the same in a lot of communities. Yeah. I don't think we're an exception. What's going on in Fall River and what's going on in Swampscott, we're not the exception. This is happening everywhere in the state.
It is happening everywhere. I agree with that, of course.
Yeah, and I don't agree with it, and I don't like that Mike Keneally put in this legislation that the housing has to be in one area of a town or city. Like, I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
No, I mean, and it's in my precinct in Swampscott. Why does it have to be in only one area? This I don't understand. And Mara Healy and these jerks that are on the board in Swampscott follow these things to the T. Do you know what I mean? Like they do it with no questions asked. And when we speak up, they don't want to hear it. It's really aggravating. It's aggravating. They just do
same thing that people will be in Fall River. Okay.
Yeah.
When we have meetings over here, they don't. When we have meetings over here, they don't want to. They don't want to. Nobody wants to speak up over here. Everybody's like.
Yeah, but the problem, what it is though in Swampscott, they won't let you speak. This is the problem.
But we're having that problem here too. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think we're the exception. I think this is happening everywhere. And that goes against the First Amendment. That you can't, that's illegal. Like you can't do that. You can't do that. But they do it, but they're doing it. And
it's our First Amendment right.
Yeah, and it has to, that's why more candidates need to run. Who cares how many there are? I think the more the merrier at this point. Who cares? Just run. Who cares?
Well, we want more candidates out here. We want more candidates.
You have to get the candidate. You have to get more candidates because that will take the votes away from Paul Coogan, how long has he been mayor in Fall River?
Oh God.
Oh, he's one of those repeats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them repeats, and this is why we don't want him in there anymore.
Right. Well, but you got to get the voters out. because you don't have the candidates, but it sounds like you do now. It sounds like you do. Maybe you need more, but that will take the vote away from him, and he will start hopefully panicking. I hope these people are panicking.
I hope they are too. But we want to get people that listen. You guys, we need more candidates out there. Okay,
and the non-voters have to go out and vote.
And the non-voters have to go out and vote.
Yeah, you got to vote. And if you don't like anybody, put your own name on there and give yourself a vote.
Oh, I'm going to do it.
That's what you got to do. Okay, don't just not go because you're voting for these commies and these radicals. If you don't go vote, you are voting for them by not showing up to vote. You are giving them your vote, and they count on that because they know they're going to get in if the non-voters don't show up. They know this. They know it. They know the majority don't like what is going on. But if you don't go vote, how is it going to change?
You know what the scary part is about all this? That you don't need nomination papers to get signatures. All you got to do is get little stickers, right? And pass them out and have people write you in.
Yeah, that's if you're going to be a write-in. Yes, if you plan to be a write-in, that's what you're going to do. Yes, because that's what happened to a candidate a few years back when I was running. It happened on the North Shore above me. I think it was Gloucester. This woman, she ended up becoming the Republican nominee. Okay, she was popular. But the Democrats, you know what they did? They rezoned the area and it disqualified her.
Yeah.
See, this is what they do to the Republicans. Yeah. This is what they do to. Okay, so this is what happened in Gloucester a few years back. You know what she had to do? She had to do what you just said. She had to get all these stickers and pass them out to people to put in as a write-in candidate. And guess what? She won again. But that's what she had to do. Because that's what the Democrats, that's what they do. Gerrymandering. That's what they do. To win,
gerrymandering,
yeah, they will do anything to win. They don't care. They don't care. And it's not right. It's not fair. This is not the Republicans. The Republicans lost 2 congressional seats in DC, in California, because
I heard that.
Because California kept on counting the votes even when they weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
So they lost 2. But you know what? Judicial Watch is suing the state.
Judicial Watch, they're suing. Good. Let them sue.
Yeah. So because 2 counties are Republican and Democrats supposedly took over, and they didn't win. The Republicans won. But this is what they do. They're cheaters, and you have to watch them. You really do. A lot of these, people that get in are probably not a lot legitimately in there.
Yeah.
They cheat because they cheat. So, well, if you want to do it the right way, you got to play, you got to run and you got to vote. That's it. That's the only thing you can do.
Well, we got some things here. Well, we got one from Che. He says, "I think you should be a regular thing." Also, I don't know what he meant by that.
Oh, me? He wants me to be regular, like you asked.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. That's why I don't want to really commit and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be there," because I don't know what the heck is. Things are always coming up for me.
Yeah.
So, but I just so happened to catch you today, but I didn't catch you the couple of last times that you were on.
Yeah.
I was like doing something else. I don't remember. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't mind coming on.
Yeah. No, I asked Annalisa if she could be a regular if she wants to, because I mean, you have a lot of. I mean, we have a lot of issues over here right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of issues up there. So, I mean, we could us right here,
Yeah.
we could relate.
You know what? When I come on, hopefully when I come on next time with you, I will have the results for who won the board up in Swampscott. They're having elections for the board right now, and it's this week. And I don't know when the results are going to come in, but I'm going to share that.
Hey, put your feet up.
I want to share that. I want to tell people who won up there in the board and who these people are.
Yeah, I would like that. I would actually like to hear that.
Yeah, so would I, because I can't wait to see who won. Because again, it's always the same people over and over. It's always the same policies over and over and over again. And the board in Swampscott consists of like 4 or 5 people, and that's it. And it's always the same people that are getting in.
Yes, you do.
I would like to have all the precincts represented in Swampscott on the board. All 9 of them on the board, not just 4 or 5. All of them should be on there. All of them should be on. No town manager. I mean, the town right now, they are picking a consulting firm to help them get a town manager. This is what? For a town of 15,000? Are you? These people are out of their minds. You can't get somebody from Swampscott to run the town? I don't understand any of this. And there are no guidelines like you have to live in Swampscott for 3 years to be on the board. You have to live in Swampscott for a year. There's nothing like that. Anybody can come in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how long you don't have to live in town to be a town manager in Swampscott. It doesn't matter. You can come from China and run. It doesn't matter.
So you get to make laws that you don't have to live under.
Right.
What?
They don't have any guidelines in Swampscott saying that if you want to run for town manager, you have to live in the town for 3 years. Just like if you want to run for governor, you have to live in the state for 7 years. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't have that. Swampscott doesn't have that.
Common sense isn't so common.
No, common sense ain't so common anymore.
The bylaws are a joke. They're a total joke. There's nothing.
Things need to change. Things have to change. You know, because
they don't want to change it because they control it. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to change it but it needs to change if the town's going to change. It has to change. I think. I don't know. That's me.
Well, that's my opinion. You know, well, I mean, I would like to. You know, Linda and I, we would love to have you on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I don't mind coming on, but again, I don't know. You know. I want to come on, but I never know what's going to happen because, like I said, I missed it the last couple of times for some reason. I don't remember what it was. So, yeah.
But I'm gonna come on Wednesday. I'm gonna start a little bit earlier because 8:00 is like.
Right, that is late. And you know what, Dave? When you're going to go on, let me know beforehand. So that I can plan it and say, Annalisa, I'm going to be on at 7:00 tonight.
I'm going to be on Wednesday. I'm going to be on Wednesday at 5. So
at 5, okay.
At 5.
But send me something just to remind me. I'm not going to.
That's Bill say Straight Talks time slot is 5:00 Wednesday.
Right. For me, it's different.
Well,
that's okay. That's all right. It doesn't matter.
An hour later.
How about 6:00? An hour later?
No. Just you think about it. It doesn't matter. I'm only an hour behind. It doesn't matter.
You're only an hour behind.
I'm an hour behind. but you know, just let me know. Let me know what you're thinking of what day and what time. Let me know beforehand so that I can work around it. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Thanks.
Well.
Okay.
Well, my show has already ended. I went over a little bit, but you know, it's again, it's a pleasure to have you on again, and it's going to be a pleasure to have you on Wednesday again because I mean we have a lot to share. You know what I'm saying? Between Massachusetts, Swampscott. You know what I'm saying? We have the same governor, so regardless, so we can talk about that too.
I don't even wanna. Don't even go into that.
No, I won't.
Oh my God.
I even heard a liberal say that she's gone so far that she ain't gonna get elected again.
Right. I think that's true.
Did you tell Linda how much money that if this bill passed?
What bill we talking
about the illegals?
Well, right now there's a bill going around on Beacon Hill, and there's an amendment to it that the Democrats changed, and they changed it to per family, giving them $25,000 indefinitely.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
That's the bill. That's the amendment.
Not my backyard, not my state.
Can you imagine? It's gonna go to her. It's gonna go to her, and I bet you anything she's gonna sign it. I bet you anything she's gonna sign it. Watch.
Why did they want illegal so they have so it doesn't matter if they vote or not. If they're voting or not, what they want is Democrat seats in Congress, in the state house.
So it right now, home base is the agency that they use to permanently house.
Exactly, the funneling thing for the shelters to home base.
Right. So home base right now, if they want to change, is
Mike Urban. I found this out from a YouTube channel by Mike Urban.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yes, Mike Urban. Right.
Mike
Exactly.
Urban, yes.
Yeah, but this is I got this from, I think I don't remember. Anyway, but right now it's $30,000 for 2 years per family. And they'll help you out the third year if you need it. And then it stops. But this one is $25,000 year after year. Indefinitely.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
The state's going to go bankrupt. We'll be taxed out of our ears. There's going to be even greater exodus.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what she's going to do. I can't wait to see what Haley's going to do.
I can't wait either.
No, you know, the state has to check her.
Oh,
she's out of control.
With these Democrats, are you crazy?
Boy, Haley's out of control with spending.
Where is she going to get that money? Like I said, 10 families is already $250,000. You're talking millions. You're talking millions.
She is following federal law.
But you know something though. But like I told you, the only way she's going to get that money if she stands on a corner. Maybe she can do.
She's not going to get millions for that. No, she's not going. That's not going to happen. She won't get anything. She won't get anything if she stands on a corner. There will be no takers. Oh my God.
Man, just hope not, man. Jeez. Imagine just all that money she had to give back if that was a taker. Where is
she gonna get this money? Seriously, if she passes this and signs it, where is she gonna get this money? Where is she gonna get it?
Talking about taxing prescriptions,
taxpayers,
taxing candy,
taxing cable boxes. That's where she's going to get all that money from.
I don't know how this is. It's not. How is that going to? People are leaving the state. You're having your tax base leave, which are the millionaires. Where is she going to get this money? This is crazy.
Well, let's look at this. There was a referendum question on the ballots to put a high tax bracket on people.
Yeah.
That is an income of over $1 million.
Right.
An assets of $1 million. Now think about the seniors. If you have stocks, bonds, if you have retirement accounts, that's not just count the money coming in, but you count the assets you already have in possession towards the tax burden. Oh, you sell a house, they put that too.
The stupid people in Massachusetts voted for this. So
I was not one of them. I voted against it.
I wasn't either.
I voted against it.
I read the fine print. I said, people, this is a bad idea. Oh, women should pay their fair share. I said, it's going to come back to bite you. If you're
You know
trying
what?
to,
See,
if you're trying to get ahead, it's going to bite you.
Yeah, this is propaganda because they pay millionaires and billionaires pay way more taxes than the average resident of any state. They pay more than anybody else.
And people
So
try
that
Trump was dodging paying taxes. He is self-employed. He pays taxes in advance. Sending
right,
out
yes,
ahead of
yeah,
time.
it's quarterly. You can do it that way. Yeah. So they
it's
got an
illegal.
extra. They have an extra 4% that they have to pay the people that make $1 million and above. Not only do they have to pay the regular income tax, but they also have to pay an extra 4%. They are leaving. They're leaving the state. They're leaving the state.
And you know what's funny though?
To me, this doesn't that much hurt the multimillionaires and billionaires that much. You know, this really hurts, Annalisa, the people who are trying to get out of poverty and get ahead. It slaps them back down.
I don't think so. No, I think the millionaires that are leaving is going to, you're getting rid of your tax base. So the money is not going to the state. Okay. Because they pay more in taxes than anybody else. The millionaires and the billionaires, the corporate tax, Massachusetts has probably one of the highest in the country. So they're paying a lot of tax, and that's where they get their money.
The venture capitalists, the entrepreneurs, the venture capitalists.
Yeah, exactly. All those people, but they're going because it's not a business-friendly state. So they're leaving and they're going south. They're going to other states where the corporate tax rate is not that high, and the jobs are being created down south because they're leaving because of the tax base in those liberal states. So yeah, you know what's going to happen is those people are going to leave and the tax burden is going to be on the people that are struggling. That's what's going to happen.
It's not right.
No, but that's what's going to happen, because if they keep funneling this money to the illegals and they don't take care of the residents in that state, then that money is going to come from the people that are living there that are probably, for the most part, struggling.
And government is all you can tempt the federal orders.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. I don't care how you slice it, whether it's the middle class, lower middle, or lower, forget about the poor, maybe the lower class.
Not gonna have a middle class.
Yeah, so those upper middle class, those people, I mean, now they're going to start looking at the upper middle class. People that make 300 or more. If they're going to start taxing them more, they're going to leave. Then they're going to leave. So, I mean, it's just Mara Healey and her policies of taking care of the illegals is ruining the state. That's it. That's what's going on.
She basically betrayed the voters.
Well, no. It's the voters that are not listening. The voters are not listening to the candidates. She is a liberal. She was the attorney general. She fought the administration.
About that. Do you know she actually was in Fall River at the Basalis Cafe at a meet and greet?
Who?
Which was campaigning for attorney general.
More Healy.
Truth. There was a local city councilor had invited to come down and speak and meet and greet at Basalis Cafe before she was attorney general.
We were actually there.
She's a wreck. Okay, she's just a train wreck. All right, she's just a radical liberal that does not like President Trump, doesn't like his policies.
She's always slamming.
She said when she was running for governor that she was going to shut down the pipelines. That's what she said, and she still got in. People are not paying attention. They're not. You can tell.
Mara Healey's such a liar. She did not even shut down the pipelines.
Yes, she did. She closed. Yes, she did. She closed 2.
She closed 2?
She said she was going to, and she did. Yes, she closed 1.
To the state.
To the state. Yeah, that's what she said. She was going to close pipelines to the state, and she did. Pennsylvania.
You still want to be so privileged. You don't have to worry about the price of anything.
But see, again, where are the brains of the people not paying attention to what she's saying? And now, like in Swampscott is a good example too. When I said, these people are whatever I said, I don't remember, but I'm like, these people are communists. I mean, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Everybody was on my back.
Yeah.
In Swampscott, everybody was on my back. Now that it's happening, I've got people that were giving me a hard time now agreeing with me because now they see it. But like they did this before.
Why didn't they see this before?
That they're gonna do this again. Like, what makes you think that this is gonna change? Like, I just don't get it. Like, it just doesn't.
They're agreeing with you now.
It's like,
these people are agreeing with you now. How come they didn't agree with you before?
That's what I mean. It's like, how is it that I know? And she said she was going to close the pipelines. She sued the Trump administration like 100 times when he was in for. How can you not understand that this woman does not like President Trump, number one, doesn't like his policies, says she's going to close down the pipelines, but you still vote her in?
Yeah.
And now they're complaining.
The people are so laser focused on Orange Man bad, they can't see what's good for them.
Yep.
Right.
He's bounced jobs back. Okay. He's cleared up corruption, Social Security and all. Orange Man bad.
And I heard
he stopped Social Security payments to people who are dead.
Right.
He stopped taxpayers' money being funneled to these woke overseas agencies, but Orange Man bad.
Right. That's right.
The man's no good. The man's no good after he's done all this.
Right. And people, because they're so brainwashed, they're like, oh, the Orange Man is bad. He's doing this now. Did you know what the latest thing is?
He's the 4-letter N-word. And they, you know what?
And that too.
They gave him 4-letter N-word. But you know something? I heard today.
Propaganda is incredible. The propaganda that the media and the Democrats push is incredible, and people fall for it. That's the scary part. That to me,
and Elisa,
and they'll push it. And even after the lies have been debunked, they'll continue pushing them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's like, but why do these people believe? Like for instance, now that Mike Keneally is running, are they going to be paying attention to what he's going to be saying? You're going to ask questions. What are you going to do with the pipeline? What are you going to do with the illegals? Are you going to still house them? Are you going to go for that bill? What about the housing and all these units that are going?
How about this illegal stay in your house?
Right,
let's put the illegal aliens in their house and see how they like.
What is your position on these things? He hasn't yet said anything about those issues. He hasn't said anything. He won't.
The people out there, they have to ask these kind of questions.
That's what I mean.
They have to ask these kind of questions.
But David, they don't. They go in thinking that this guy is going to change everything and he's going to give me what I want because at least it's not Maura Healey. No, you have to ask.
Gotta give them the tough questions.
You gotta ask questions. What you have, not this. Did you see the clip? The only clip that I have seen so far where he has met with people was this one guy who asked him, I can't even hear what he's saying, but the only thing that this jerk, Mike Keneally, could say was that he didn't vote or didn't support President Trump. Baker didn't support President Trump. Did you vote for President Trump? I'm like, what the heck is that? What has that got to do with anything?
Why is that any of your business?
Yeah, it's like, what does that got to do with anything? Why do you need to know whether this guy, do you know what this idiot said when I asked, why does he need to know this on this post? You know what this dumb idiot in Massachusetts said to me, this guy? He's like, because we all know that President Trump thinks he knows everything, like something along those lines, and that people think he is a god and a king and he's going to do whatever. I'm like, what the hell has that got to do with anything? What are you talking about? Like, what? We all know why. So he's defending Mike Keneally. We all know why Keneally asked that question. I'm like, no, we don't. He is a rhino, and he never answered me back. Because he is.
Tell you. He's not going to tell you
he's
whether.
a rhino. Why doesn't he tell people what he's going to do with the illegals? Because he's not going to change anything. Because he's not going to change it. If he was going to change it, he would say so. He would say, this is very unpopular with the people in Massachusetts. Why doesn't he come out and say, I do not support the illegals and giving them money first? Why doesn't he come out and say
he would get his votes right there.
That's what I'm saying. And why doesn't he come out and say, I am going to open up the pipelines? Why didn't he come out and say that? Because that's also a big issue in Massachusetts with the gas prices.
Yeah,
why doesn't he come out and say this?
Open up the pipelines. That's more jobs for people.
But why doesn't he say this? So is he for the green energy? Is he's going to continue what Maura Healey started, which actually he started, what Maura Healey continued, and he's going to continue those same policies. That's what he's going to do. Because he hasn't said otherwise. He hasn't said.
I'm telling you, guys, the governor race is coming up in 2026. Get out there, and whoever wants to run for governor, get out there, get your nomination papers. Independents, Republicans, independents.
And you need 10,000 signatures. You need
10,000 signatures. Get out there and run for governor, whether you're an independent or if you're a governor.
Yeah, and if you're not going to, you make sure you ask Mike Keneally the tough questions that need to be answered right now about the illegals, about the shelters, and about the gas and the energy and what he plans on doing with it, because he hasn't said anything yet.
You guys got to go out there and ask the tough questions. Like Mike.
Don't assume that because Mike Keneally is running, he's going to be the total opposite of Maura Healey. That's not true.
No, that's bull.
Don't assume anything. Ask the question and see what he says. See what he says when you ask those questions.
If he gives you an answer and he says, yeah, make sure you have it on recorded. Make sure you have it written down.
Well, you look up and see, is he really going to do that? Is he lying? Like, what did he do before in the Baker administration? He had the mandates, okay? He shut down the businesses. He was for economic development. That was his job. And he shut down the businesses. I'm sorry, but I don't like this guy. I really don't. I just don't. He's a rhino. And he's not that different from Maura Healey. So people need to be careful. They got to be careful because you have a uni party in Massachusetts. They're the same. The Republicans and the Democrats are the same. Bless you. So they're not different. You need to find, if you want somebody different, seriously, you need a MAGA Republican. That's what you need.
Well, we have to put somebody in there, MAGA Republican. You know
okay, and you have a MAGA Republican. I just talked about Mark Lombardo, who's from Billerica, who supports President Trump's policies in Beacon Hill. But is he running for governor?
Is he running for governor?
No, he's.
I wish he would because I told my vote for him.
No. He's a representative. He's on Beacon Hill. He's not running for governor, but. Because there's so many anti-Trump idiots there in the House or, on Beacon Hill, it got voted down. No questions asked. Boom, gone. Just because it was President Trump's policies. These are good things that the state needs. You need to lower the income tax. The taxes have to come down. They have to come down. And job growth needs to come back into the state because you don't have it. There's nothing
talking about that, right? A couple more things. Talking about that. Now, tell me, all right, I've been explaining to everybody what tariffs are, right?
They still don't know.
Do you know anything about tariffs?
Yeah, Maura Healey tried to call it a tax.
Okay, the tariffs. I'm going to do this again. Right. The tariffs are. President Trump right now said that the tariffs are working. and that billions of dollars are coming in right now into the country, which means that he is going to start lowering the federal income tax. And he thinks he can wipe it out because there's so much money coming in from the tariffs from other countries. That's what he's planning on doing. No federal income tax. None. Because the tariffs are going to cover that. He's not going to need our money.
And that's reciprocal. Where you charge us, we're going to charge
you.
you.
Yeah. So, but the money is coming in and the businesses are coming in, the manufacturing is coming in, and that's going to make American products more competitive. And people, over 70% have been polled, over 70% said that they would pay more for an American product. They would do it. They would do it.
They would pay more for an American product.
Yes, they would, because it comes from.
I heard that too.
So they, and I would too, I would rather support an American company than China. I don't want China anywhere.
I don't like to support China, you know.
Yeah. So the tariffs are working right now because money is coming in, and I'm telling you, this is what he said. He said it yesterday, I think. He said it, that there will be. So in other words, you're going to be able to keep your money. So when you go file your taxes, if you have to, and President Trump gets rid of it, you don't even have to file. Nobody will have to file. Do you know what I mean? You get to keep your money. Whatever money you make, you're going to be able to keep because he's not going to need it. He's not going to need it. That's what the tariffs are for. That was his purpose for the tariffs, was to get money to come into this country and for people to buy American products.
So the tariffs are taking care of all of that.
That's the idea. That's the idea that President Trump has. And he said that there's so much money coming in because of the tariffs that he's going to lower the federal tax rate and eventually get rid of it. So can you imagine not having to pay federal income tax ever? Like, you don't have to, you get to keep your money. You don't have to file federal income tax. It's yours. And you get to do what you want with it. You get to do what you want.
Well, we'd be able to file the state income tax.
But in Massachusetts, you have to file the state income tax. And this Mark Lombardo wanted to reduce it and other taxes as well, and not tax people that are making money on tips or Social Security or whatever, all that stuff that President Trump, and it got voted down. But that's what needs to happen in Massachusetts because people need to keep more of their money.
Yeah.
Okay, it's too expensive to live in Mass, and the illegals gotta go. That's it.
Well, the illegal aliens, they gotta go.
There's no supporting,
especially this Michael Vandal. Okay, is for the illegal aliens.
Right.
You know
it sounds like it. Yes.
Yeah, he's for the illegal aliens. He wants the illegal aliens to come in here.
That is so unpopular right now. Thank God in Massachusetts. I think it's becoming more and more unpopular. He's not going to get in. I mean, he's not. I don't even know if he's going to get the signatures. He's not going to get the votes. Forget it. It's not going to happen. It isn't. It's not going to happen. All right. And Tennessee is total opposite of Massachusetts. Total opposite. Yeah. The governor in Tennessee is friends with President Trump. Yeah. And he is implementing in Tennessee, in the state of Tennessee, what the policies that President Trump wants. He's doing that in this state. Massachusetts is not true. It's all opposite. And we, people are better off for it because he's deporting the illegals. He's doing Tennessee does not have a state income tax.
Yeah.
So if there's no federal income tax, the people in Tennessee are not even getting taxed.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get to keep everything that they make in terms of filing. Okay, they don't. I guess that the payroll tax would finish too. I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, so I think, I don't know, but I'm not sure how it works. But that's his plan. That was the idea behind the tariffs, and so far it seems like it's going the way he wants it to go. And that was of the tariffs, that to bring money in so that we wouldn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah,
we wouldn't. Okay, and now, like I said, Mark Lombardo tried to do that on Beacon Hill not that long ago, and it didn't work.
Failed miserably.
And it failed. It failed. These people want to tax.
Well, I hope Mike Lombardo tries it again. You know what I'm saying? Give it another shot.
Well, the thing is that, you first of all, I said it before, you have to be aware of what is going on, who the representatives are, and what they stand for.
Yeah.
So I found which is rare in Massachusetts, somebody who actually likes President Trump's policies.
I look at this though. I love President Trump's policies.
Right, and this is the Republican, the kind of Republican that you want, not the rhinos. And they were fighting, the rhinos and this guy were fighting over this bill because they don't like President Trump either.
Yeah.
Don't like him either. I'm going to read that article. I want to know what they were fighting about, who was fighting.
I like to know.
The rhinos.
And the next time we come on, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I think possibly tomorrow, and talk about Mark Lombardo and the fighting that was going between the Republicans. So this is a MAGA Republican. This is what they're calling them now.
Yeah.
A MAGA Republican versus the Rhino, the so-called Republican, but in name only. So now I think the Republicans are going to sounds like they're going to start kind of splitting. And you're going to find the MAGA Republicans on one side, and you're going to have the rhinos on the other, which they just should be Democrats. They should just be Democrats. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this is how it's going.
I like to when you come on Wednesday. When I give you, I'm gonna email you. I'm gonna message you a time, and
okay.
And so that way
I think these people that are in Massachusetts for President Trump need to be exposed, because people that voted for President Trump in that state need to know who is representing President Trump's policies, because so far they don't think anybody is. But there are some, but you need more. You need more. And I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. This is going to be interesting to see how this is all going to play out, especially in Massachusetts. It's so liberal. This is going to be interesting to see how these policies are not working in Massachusetts. And when President Trump's policies are working, they're going to see a big difference. And let's see what the people and how they react at that point. Let's see what happens. All right.
Well, people, listen, stay angry. Hold your
stay angry. Yeah.
Hey, stay angry. Hold your politicians accountable for everything that they say and what they do. So again, thanks Elisa for coming on again. Appreciate it. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, you're welcome. See ya.
We'll continue this conversation.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Because I started a little bit late, but I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna message you. It's going to be 6:00, so I'm gonna message you that. On a Wednesday, because Spindle City Straight Talk comes on at 5. So CJ and Chip and they like to talk about they like to talk about they're Republicans too. So they like to talk about a lot of things.
Yeah, the Republicans, the MAGA Republicans all need to get together. They all need to get together and get your own candidate, because you're not going to get it from the Mass GOP. You have to find your own, and that's it. You're going to have to do it yourselves, because you're not going to get any help from these rhinos. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
No,
it isn't.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I gotta go and jump in. I haven't even took shower yet.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
I'm gonna be on later. I'm gonna message you 6 o'clock. So
okay. All right.
right
just remind me. Just remind me. Yeah. Just
yes,
remind
I'm gonna remind you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good
right.
one.
You too,
Nice
Annalisa. Take care.
All right. You
And
too.
stay angry and hold your politicians accountable. So take care.
I don't have a problem with that. All right. Bye.
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 Thanks, Annalisa, for coming
Yeah,
on.
thanks. Bye.
I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.